Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my little craft bags, and today I want to teach you how to do the knit stitch. Yes, we're gonna knit together today, and with that one stitch you can make many projects. So if you can knit, you can create. So to get you started, I'm gonna teach you how to cast on with the knit style, so you get 2 for 1 with the same stitch. How cool is that? So if you guys are ready to get crafty, let me get my superpowers on. Yes, we're ready. All right, guys, now we're here in our working space. And before we get started, I want to say thank you so much to everyone that subscribed to my channel. Thank you for all those likes. You guys mean the world to me. Okay, so now, first things first. The first thing you're going to do is, if you're a beginner, please do not buy the fluffy yarns, the furry yarns. No. For a beginner, you need to learn how to handle your yarn. You need to know how to read your stitches, okay? What's a knit look like? What's a purl look like? And if you have all that fuss and fur, you're not going to be able to do that. So these yarns are really great, okay? Cotton yarns. And the first thing you got to learn is, when you buy a ball of yarn, you need to learn how to read the label. So it tells you everything that you need right here. If you're a crocheter, this says right there, recommended size needle. If you're a knitter, it's right here. This is a number 4 worsted weight yarn, and it tells you how to handle it. No ironing and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of these balls of yarns come with the free pattern. So there you go. So to me, for a beginner, it's best to do straight plain yarn. Choose one color to start with. If you buy the ones that have a lot of colors, sometimes you cannot see. The darker the color, you can't see very well your stitching. So these colors are great for beginners. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you how to do the cast on knit style. We're going to pick. We're gonna do the picking style, okay? I'm right-handed, by the way. So the first thing you're gonna do is make a little magic loop over here. So you make a loop like this, and you put your yarn to the middle, and then you hold the 2 strands and pull. And that will be your first stitch. Once again, you make a loopy, you grab it, pass the yarn through the middle, and you're gonna hold the 2 strands and pull. And that's the first stitch. It goes in your needle, okay? There we go. So you're gonna put it in there, and you're going to tie it, not too much, because you need to get in there to do your cast on. Okay, so here we go. I always try to hold my tail yarn, which is the shorter yarn, on the needle like this, okay? That keeps it out of the way. So for picking style, the yarn has to be on your left hand side. Your left hand holds the yarn, okay? For picking style. Here we go. So this is the knit stitch, and with the knit stitch, we're going to cast on. It's very sturdy and useful. Watch. We're gonna go in here into the loop. Hopefully you can see that. We're gonna wrap around. We're gonna go through like so. And that stitch has to be put back in the needle. We're casting on. Don't forget, casting on. In, wrapping around, pull through, and that stitch has to be put back in the needle, okay? The more you do this, the more you practice, the better, guys. It's gonna get easy. With the knit stitch, you can do so many projects. Crazy. You go in. This is the side that is towards you, okay? You go into that loop, almost kind of in the back of the loop, see? The back, towards you. You go in, you wrap around, you pull through the same hole, and that's your stitch, and you have to put it back in the needle. You go in, wrap around, pass through, and put it back in the needle. And this is how you cast on knit style. And look how sturdy that is. Look how nice the edge is. I like that. I think that makes a good seam for your project. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, I do 10 stitches. You're gonna go in there, wrap around, pull it through, and that stitch has to be poked back in the needle, okay? If you feel like you're too loose, all you gotta do is this, pull a little, and everything will be fine. Don't worry, once you start knitting, those stitches, they're gonna tie up more. So you go in there, in, wrap around, pull through the same hole, and put that back in the needle. There you go. Super good, super good. So you're gonna go in there, wrap around. This is called picking. You're picking the yarn through the hole and put it back in the needle. Okay, the picking style, as you can see, the yarn never let go of my hand. I don't have to let go of the yarn. I just keep on holding it as I go. Okay, you go in, wrap around, pass it through, and the yarn goes in your needle. Okay. Oh, nice. That looks very nice. Okay, that was casting on. You can do this over and over and over again to practice how to cast on. Rewind the video. Do it with me. Do it over and over again so you can cast on, okay? When you're casting on, you have to put all the stitches back in the needle, okay? Right now, I'm going to show you how to knit the stitches. We're going to actually start doing the project, right? Let's say it's a skinny, skinny scarf. So I'm going to start knitting. So the same thing, you're going to go in here, wrap around, you're going to pull through the hole. And this time, because we're actually starting with the project, we got to pass that stitch to the other needle. So all the stitches on the left have to go to the needle in the right. So that one is knitted. So it's going to go through here. There. Then again, one more time. In, wrap around, pull through, and pass it. Simple, right? You're going to go in, wrap around, pull through, and pass it. I'm using my thumb and my index finger to help me along the way. It's the easiest to handle your project. As you notice, the tail is always towards my needle on the left. That tail is the beginning of your project. That's when you know the beginning is where the tail is. So you go in, wrap around, pull it through, and pass. In, wrap around, pull it through, and pass. That's how you're going to do this. Don't forget, I'm using really big needles so you can see what I'm doing. The bigger the needle, the looser the project is going to be. The smaller the needle, the tighter it's going to get. Okay, some people when they start to knit, they notice they're really loose. Some of the ones are really tight. They cannot even get on the stitch. That is okay. It's normal. Everybody's different. You'll learn to handle your yarn. You'll learn to loosen up once you keep on practicing. It's going to get better, easier and easier. And you're going to be fine. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. I see people trying to, they go so tight on it. Don't you worry, relax. This is meant to be fun, great for your brain, no problem. Okay, here we go. Knits. We go in, wrap around, pass it through, pass it to the needle. Oh, how simple that is. That is super simple, easy. I think it's really fast once you get on it and you learn how to do it. You're going to knit so fast. My friends are always telling me, oh my God, you knit so fast. You just finished that project in no time. And I'm like, oh, because I practice. I do this over and over and over again. And that's the knit stitch, okay? I'm going to do a couple of more rows so you can see me do it. My advice to you is practice casting on first. Do it and then unravel, do the loop, cast on, and rip it off and do it again and again and again. So you practice that. That's first. Yeah, you have to learn how to do that first. Here we go. In and pass. See how easy that is? Once you practice and you get fast at it, you're like, oh, okay, never mind, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like super fast, super fast. But you'll get there if you practice. If you make a scarf as a first project, that's best practice right there. There you go. This is a knit stitch. The whole time we're just knitting. Knit, 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 knit. Non-stop knitting, okay? And when you do the knit stitch in every single row, it gives you a certain look. I want to show you. Hold on. I'm trying to do a couple of rows so I can show you how it's going to look like when you just knit, 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 knit. You can make blankets with these. You can make scarves. You can do play mats. You can do keychain holders, you know, many things. Okay. Remember, this is picking style. I'm right-handed. And this is the knit stitch. Okay. So I wanted to show you. This is how it's gonna look like when you knit every single row. You see that? It goes flat, bumpy, flat, bumpy, flat, bumpy. That's what it looks like. So in the next video, I'm going to teach you how to purl. You can purl to have one side flat and the back bumpy, but this is the knit stitch in every row, and this is how it looks like. Flat and bumpy, and both sides. It's reversible pretty much. It's a reversible style. Super easy. Rewind the video, do it over and over again, cast on several times before starting your project so you understand. And while you're casting on, you're practicing knitting. So this was it. What do you think? How easy was that, guys? We learned how to knit, picking style, right-handed. You cast on using the knit stitch method, and that's it. You learn how to knit. You can make scarves, blankets, whatever you want. So go right at it and let me know in the comments, what do you think? Hopefully you are able to knit. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking this video. Until next time, we're gonna purl. Bye.